Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. This is Bob, joined by my fantastic co-hosts, Cory, Nick, and Todd. Tonight, we're live once again for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the pleasure.
Pleasure, baby. Pleasure.
Put it in your mouth and suck them.
Nick, can you Nick,
My
Cory,
chocolate salty balls.
good Lord.
Whatever you need, Bob. Let me know.
Todd, can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Can you do that pleasure again one more time?
All right.
I don't remember how I did it.
Wing it, my friend.
Lightning in a bottle, Bob.
Wing it.
I know. What? Wing what?
The word pleasure twice in a row.
All right,
the way you
moving
said it
on.
before.
Pleasure.
That'll do.
Better?
I needed something.
I'm glad we talked about this before the show started.
Put it on there. Sometimes that magic just happens while you're recording, baby.
Tonight wasn't one of those nights.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess.
I think I got a little bit of a drop there. I can put on the board, and we're all good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. If you are new to the show, welcome. If you're joining us again, thanks for coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us out on the streaming services, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music. Is that YouTube Music Premium?
No, just YouTube Music.
Just so if someone we probably should figure this out. If someone is paying for YouTube, like TV, do they get YouTube Music automatically?
Yeah, YouTube Music is free. You can just go on there and download the app and start playing music.
But there is a premium though.
Yeah, there's a premium version, but you can get the free version, no problem.
Okay, so totally free for you.
Yes.
You heard it here, folks. You can also find us out on Stitcher and Spotify and Pandora and Audible and anywhere else where you can get a podcast, including Podbean. Out on social media, you can see us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, all at Schnozzcast. You can also email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, at 618-SHOCKER.
The Schnozzcast?
Shocker.
I feel like I recovered from that.
I think there was an extra D in there somewhere.
The Schnozzcast?
Todd, did you slip an extra D in there?
Oh.
I did not.
Come on now.
There's an extra
It's Saturday night.
There's an extra D floating around on a Saturday. Usually
Saturday.
it's up to Todd.
It was probably me.
It was
Exactly.
probably Todd.
Sorry.
Yep.
My bad.
She's a lucky lady.
Is that Todd's D knocking at the back door from Seattle?
It's very loud.
He's always so silly with it. Roll that thing back
It's
up.
weird I was denewed the code for the front door as well.
It's been here before.
Yeah.
Get off my futon, Todd's D.
All right, so I was presented with a challenge this week.
You didn't ask us how we were all doing, Bob.
I know how you're doing.
I know.
So anyway.
Oh, no, you do not know how I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Hey, Cory, how you doing?
Well, gentlemen, let me tell you. I have some advice. Advice of the day.
This seems like it's far more involved than doing great. Or
leave early when you know there's traffic on 94.
Possibly the week, maybe the month, if not the year.
Okay.
If you guys really ever want to know just how out of shape you are,
Yeah.
get your ass on a stair climber and you'll find out fucking quick
Have sex with your wife.
how.
Are we calling it the stair climber now? Is that what sex is known as?
No, it's the the actual stair climber.
Honey, get your stairs.
Okay. So
Like
give us
20-year-old stair stepper thing that the elliptical replaced.
No, it's a little step stool he got for his bed.
I might as well.
Okay,
I might as well have started with that.
Give us the particulars. How fast were you going? What was the incline? Give us all the deets.
Yeah.
Well, there's stairs, so
Lubrication.
you just go up.
I thought there were all sorts of different settings that you could do in a stair climber.
I mean, it's
You say there's like an on-off. It's either on and it's
No,
off.
you can pick the speed up on it.
Okay, so how
But-
fast were you going?
I had it at a 6.
Out of 100?
I have no fucking clue how high it goes up to. I wasn't even about to try that. There was no way.
6% go.
Climbed 42.
Holy shit.
42 flights.
42 flights.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, it was absolutely terrible.
I take it a flight is not a step.
No, it was 490 some steps.
Yeah, flight is 6 steps, 6 stairs, I think. Yeah, it's usually
Okay.
or 12 or something like that. 6 and 6.
Those
I
numbers
think is
are
one flight.
not close.
No, I think that's one flight because
Okay.
we used to run the stairs at the hospital, and I think one flight is 12 steps.
Has anyone else besides Cory ever used a stair climber?
I have not.
I have.
All right, Todd. What do you know
Yeah.
what a flight is on a stair climber?
Like how many steps that is? I don't.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I gave it a
I
shot.
don't remember.
All right. So
But
so
I mean, ultimately, That makes perfect sense, though. I mean, walking at an incline is one of the hardest things for the human body to do, Corey. So you ultimately, it's super cardio intensive, but your body to stay balanced and to do the thing of taking steps, right? I mean, ultimately, your mind can shut down. You don't use as many core muscles when you're walking on flat land versus going on an incline. Same. That's why when I did my hike tonight, I measured how high I go. So I think I do about 20 flights of stairs equivalent in elevation in the hike that I went on tonight.
13 to 16.
And yes, the up is hard.
13 to 16 stairs.
The up is hard. Dude,
I'm telling you, I've been going back to the gym myself and trying to get in a little better shape. And I've been doing the bike, excuse me, the bike, and I've been doing the treadmill a lot. And today I'm like, I'm going to get on that stair climber.
Enough of this walking on a flat surface. I need to walk up some stairs.
Yeah. I thought for sure. I'm like,
thought you were going to die?
I'm like, it'll be all right.
It'll burn you.
Dude, it burned me quick. Real quick.
So when you felt burned, that's when you're like, fuck this. That's it. I'm done.
No, I brought it back down. I slowed it back down to a near crawl.
Your legs get heavy.
So you were on the stair climber crawling up the stairs.
No, luckily they have handles on it. So I was hanging on to the handles and slowly trying to pick my legs up.
Cory just going, oh god, like grabbing at the
that's gotta be different. Kind of like a treadmill is different than actual running. You're not propelling your body forward on a treadmill. You know, the ground is moving for you. You're not having to push off of the ground to propel yourself forward. And just like with actual stairs, you are lifting yourself to the next level.
Your whole body weight, exactly.
Right, with your legs. There is no bar on both sides and stairs moving under your feet. So I have to assume that normal stair climbing is a hell of a lot harder than
it is a
stair
big
climbing.
workout. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we used to do 6 flights, and when we were in pretty decent shape, and it would get your heart racing.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you could also use the stair climber without. I mean, you don't have to put your hands on the railings they have for you.
You could go to the local high school and run up and down the stairs.
I do that naked every Tuesday. So
okay,
but Corey, you now know though, based on your experience, if you didn't put your hands on the rails when your legs stop going up the height that they normally do to take a step, you're going to be eating freaking wall.
Oh, muscle!
Oh no,
muscle
dude, trust me.
Because the muscle fatigue is bad when your quads start failing.
That's exactly why I had my hands on those rails because I'm like, I'm not going down because it. But I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, you definitely have a moment of realization when you're on there for a couple minutes for me.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I need to really start working out again.
Did you think about the firemen in gear that went up like 72 flights of the World Trade Center?
Exactly.
I did. I thought about the guy that actually did it every year. He did he would climb on a stair climber at like whatever local gym he was at in full gear. He would get on the stair climber.
Yeah, Ian used to do that.
And keep on climbing up the stairs. So
he would do every year
in Seattle. There's a. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah,
you're good.
No, I'm just saying. Our buddy Ian is a firefighter, and so every year he would do put on all his fire gear and raise money and do the exact amount of steps that the firefighters in the World Trade Center did.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
I'll tell you what though. I mean, between being on the treadmill, and even the bike, and then I tried the elliptical today too. That lasted for about 2 minutes, and my body just does not move like that. I don't know how people use an elliptical. Yeah. I
did that instead of the treadmill all the time.
Oh, they're like the swinging motion of your legs.
It's
like,
easier on your knees.
Yeah, I know, but dude, it's such an awkward motion for me. I should
have called us.
Why for you?
Are you kidding?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel natural.
I wanted
by
short
any means.
him. I'll hear it from you, but I wanted him to say
he's too short. He's a chode.
Have you ever seen him?
I'm fucking taller than you.
Have you ever seen him in the walking sign motion at all? Ever? He doesn't take large strides. He takes little baby steps, and his arms don't move. And
well, it's just a back and forward motion. At some point, your legs are both pointing straight down, so you can go as
no, they're not. At no point are both your legs pointing straight down. They can never be on the same level.
Well, they're not on the same level, but they're both. You're basically going like this.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
He's not in the Winter Olympics, okay, Bob?
At some point, they are like this. You could go. Oh, I see what you're saying. The natural motion of the elliptical brings it to an apex, if you will, where your legs are so far apart that you're like
not so far apart.
Doing the splits.
I think what it is, it's the propulsion you feel on the upwards motion, like on your knee. when you're going forward, you feel like a little kick, and I think that just really throws me off.
Okay.
And I can't get used to that feeling.
He actually really excelled though on the machine that has a sand bottom and just flip flops attached to little iron things, and they just go up and down like as if you're walking on the beach. He just knocked that out of the park.
I could kill that exercise.
Dude, will you get off the flip flop machine?
It'd be my machine. But yeah, anyways, that's my advice for the day, the week, whatever you will.
Don't work out. Got it.
Don't work out. I was feeling much like you today because Cory and I have been recruited to golf for the first 2 Mondays in May for his mom, who she and her boyfriend are going to be out for and unable to do it for the golf league. So we've been recruited to do that, and I didn't want to make a fool of myself because I've only swung golf club once in the last 2 years. So I went today to the range and went through a large bucket of balls, and I've never felt as old as I did that day, where I put balls were ready to go. And I'm like, hold on a minute. I gotta go back.
Ready to go.
I gotta stretch. So I'm sitting back on the bench, just taking like 10, 15 minutes just to like stretch everything. Because I'm like, it's gonna be a nightmare. I can already feel it now too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, all this week I was chopping down trees behind my garage. I just wanted to share because I thought this was the physical activities podcast.
Apparently it is.
It is. So we're all
Exactly.
gonna be
Steve Faust says
hella
hello.
sore. Hey, Steve Faust.
What's up?
I know, it's my brother-in-law. Stevie.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Sorry. Let me just continue going around. Nick, how are you?
No, I've lost my train of
I'm
thought.
fantastic. Did you guys want to hear a 10-minute story about how much pain I was in from doing all the yard work I did this week?
Nope. Todd, how are you?
Oh, okay.
Didn't have to be a 10-minute story. You guys made it a 10-minute story.
That is true. It's our fault. Todd, you good?
I'm fine.
All right. I have a challenge for you guys. I was given, Lori gave me her son's water bottle.
Okay, that's gross.
So apparently,
We have to fill it up with piss and see if he drinks it.
Yeah.
All right.
That could
That's
be a
what I
part.
was hoping
that
for.
could be a part 2
All right.
for tonight. But apparently, at one night while he was getting this ready for it, he tried to put the top on, and he put it on crooked. And for an 11-year-old, he somehow found the torque to be able to get it on so tight that she couldn't get it off. And so the whole thing's kind of useless now unless we can get this top off here. And so this is exactly. Hold on, I'm going to give it to you for a second. I grabbed a towel, put it over the top, and I also gave it a try. I'm like, let's give it over here.
She calls Griffin's water bottle Bob. You can't get it off.
Well played.
Oh.
Well played, sir.
And it's got a really small tip.
Hey, hit the button. Hit the button.
But a wide base. So,
Dude, that would be so creepy.
I said, just give it to me. I'm going to the podcast on Saturday. Dudes love nothing more than a challenge. I go, I guarantee you, getting the top off this Yeti will probably go on for at least 45 minutes.
Did you like super glue it on and like, oh, we're gonna throw this away? Anyhow, let's see what these jackasses
I'm
do.
just
Not get too much of a laugh out of mine. Just cut that top right off.
now. I did. I'm like, well, I could just get a pipe wrench and get it off. Then we're gonna wreck the top. But at least you can always bite into the top.
Yeah.
But
Just
the Yeti.
put it in the freezer for a day, Bob.
So is it freezer or is it cold water?
You
Warm
put it in
water.
the freezer.
Warm water. So you guys are at odds here. What's the what do I need? To do?
Soap and warm water.
Soap and warm water.
Yeah,
They-
warm
How about a little canola oil in there?
I mean, that's fine.
things that are cold contract. Things that are hot expand.
Soap and warm water, dude. I'm telling you. Danielle's done that to more than one of her Yetis, and
Really?
I've literally had to do that.
Okay. And
I
you
think
had
both might
no
work.
trouble.
No.
All right, so this is the man challenge of the evenings. Todd, I know if you were here, you would have gotten it off by now, but
That's why Todd calls Griffin's water bottle Bob.
slam it on the floor a couple of times.
boy.
That usually does it.
Yeah. But bump.
All right, so this is I've now I pulled the Kickstarter on this weed whacker of a motor, and this is going to run all night long. So I'm sure this is going to get passed over to you at some point, Cory. So
I'll just take it upstairs and put soap and water on
I'm
it.
sure you will. By the time we get the next episode, we'll show off the newly opened.
It'll be open.
Daddy bottle. All right. All right, and with that, let's jump into gentleman's agreement.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh, gentlemen's agreement. Oh, it's the motherfucking gentlemen's agreement.
Did you get an assignment for next week, Cory?
For this week?
Well, yeah, after the Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I just not write it down, or did you?
No,
get it
because Nick,
late?
I got it late because Nick
All right.
gave it to me late.
All right.
Real
Ready?
quick,
Yeah.
Steve Faust.
Faust.
Yes,
Faust.
Faust.
Explain to me how one large bucket of balls over the past 2 years constitutes as ready for golf, Bob.
It doesn't. No,
You
it's
haven't seen
just
golf.
it's just the beginning. No, I am not ready for golf.
And Katie Sarecki's in the room.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good call, Steve. I am not ready for golf. And thanks for pointing it out to the internet.
I will report back to you how Bob does on.
Yeah,
On those two
I'm like,
Mondays.
I'm gonna look like an idiot if I don't.
Oh, I
at
am
least
too,
go to the
dude.
range. So
I'm
planning
right
on-
there. I'm going in cold.
You're going in cold?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't do that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna blow a shoulder out or something.
I mean, that's the best thing you could hope for if you're going in cold is some sort of major injury where you just ride in the cart for 18 holes.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to do that, but
Well, that's why we're at the range today.
play through the pain.
You got time. You can make it to the range in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, and Mr. Gregory Bader Sr. is in the room.
Oh,
Hey, Mr. Bader.
Checking in on Junior.
He should be on a cruise, I think, tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Before his cruise, the last thing he wanted to do while he was in the States on dry land is to check in on the Schnozzcast?
I guess.
Oh, and when I put his comment up on the screen, he's got his little Corvette picture as his profile picture.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Alrighty. So tell me what movie you got, because I don't know it, and I'll write it down, and then you can go ahead. You can go first.
I got Human Playground from Nick.
Okay. Well, tell us what it's all about, man, because I'm gonna assume it's some sort of a documentary.
In a sense, it definitely it's a docu-series.
Okay.
Real quick, Greg Gumtow Jr. is in the room. Happy birthday, buddy!
Yeah, happy birthday, Greg.
You should be
Happy
here.
birthday.
And hey, Katie.
He did say he's going to swing by after the show.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool. And your dad is currently at sea.
Oh, my goodness.
He's in
at
the
sea.
Schnozzcast at sea?
He's watching us at sea currently.
Shut the front door.
outside.
Hopefully, he's already in international
Hold on.
waters.
I need to know where exactly he is because I'm checking this on Chartable, and I want to make sure that that's him.
He's a naval man. He might not give that away.
We need coordinates. Latitude, longitude. Come on.
I'm waiting on it.
Yeah?
We'll see if he comes through.
Okay, so Human Playground.
Human Playground docu-series about really, really crazy people doing dumb shit.
I don't know if
I
they're
loved
crazy
it.
people.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yes, they
so
are.
It's not like let's see how crazy of shit I can do. It's about different cultures and things that they do.
There's some different cultures in, but there's some that are. I mean,
Just craziness, yes.
it's just it's just
Agreed.
absurd.
You don't know, Todd.
So like the first one was a this marathon that people run in the desert. Marathon. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, that wasn't like
No, that wasn't part of the marathon.
That was like a chosen thing. I remember that one. Yeah.
Marathon de Sablé.
Oui, oui.
Is that English?
No, it's French.
Bob, translate.
All right. I don't know what the hell
it's-
he
You
said.
took French. Translate.
It's marathon of sand is what it translates to,
Okay.
and it actually starts in 8 days.
Marathon.
Oh, shit. I think I hit that bucket of balls today.
You could be ready for this.
I might be.
Marathon
no.
de Glacé.
Oh, no.
So
You be dead.
Thanks, Todd.
We're back to the working
With
out
friends
again.
like these.
this is all through the Sahara
Okay.
that these people you're supposed to run, but most people end up walking. And it's only 1,000
Lazy fucks.
1,000 participants.
Uh-huh.
So the quick at a glance here, it's 250 plus kilometers, so 156 miles, six stages over 7 days, a long stage of 80 plus kilometers, 52 plus miles, self-sufficient, but with water rations and communal goat's hair Berber tents that are pitched at night. Temperatures of more than 50 degrees Celsius. So pretty freaking hot, very long way through the barren desert. But so what this docuseries focuses on, as Nick mentioned, like other cultures and certain things that people do basically to push themselves for fun. Like there was a girl in Denmark or the Netherlands or something like that. She dove into freezing water and like underneath 6 feet of ice. And like, this was her therapy. And the camera, all the camera angles and everything on this particular one were very cool. Like seeing it was pretty awesome. But yeah, it's just all about different cultures and different places in the world and like certain things that people do just for adrenaline or just to feel basically pain.
So I forgot that like the first part was some chosen things, and I think towards the end it got better because each episode is different.
I disagree. I think the beginning was strong, and as it went on, it wasn't as good.
Oh, did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched them all today.
Well, because it's not even specific to one episode, because I think there's a couple in different episodes. But like, I got interested in the tribal stuff, like a man's rite of passage he had to fight a bull to say that he was a man.
The bull jumping?
It was like holding on to a bull in Africa or something like that.
Yeah,
you got the best women and all this stuff. So it wasn't like they chose to do it. It was they had to do it.
Yeah, I mean some of the stuff was culturally it wasn't an option. It was a rite of passage for a young man or a young woman. But like even like the stick fighting that they did in the one village.
Yeah.
Like these guys they had these like 8 foot, 9 foot long bamboo sticks that they would basically just try to whack each other with while they were completely butt naked. And the winner, any strike to the temple was an automatic win. And so, I mean, if you could imagine a 9 foot bamboo rod and getting smoked in the temple with that.
That'd be you'd win, all right.
And then watching that too, I'm like, because it's not like there's an art to it, but with a 9 foot piece of bamboo, it's not the most accurate thing. These guys are just jumping around, just balls out. Like if that bamboo stick
90 degrees naked lunging, that
were to catch
a lot of swinging going on.
Any bit of your junk, holy Jesus. Oh my God. That's all I could think the entire time I was watching. Like, oh, please don't let one of these guys get hit in the nuts.
They probably tape them to their body. They tape them down.
Oh, I can tell you, Todd, from watching, I can tell you they were not taped down. They were swinging, sir. They were swinging. And then what made it the last bit of that particular episode they showed, the one kid that won, some guy had him up on his shoulders, and you just saw.
I do not remember this part.
What?
You just saw like
to the left,
one
to
of
the
his
left.
nuts.
This goat's brain just.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, dude. It was a real quick clip. It was, but they were having a good old time. So
I don't think I must not have made it that far. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Todd, you didn't even watch it. Stop.
But yeah, great series. Like I said, I made it through all of them today. So it's definitely very interesting. It's intriguing. I
like the narrator's voice.
They didn't have the narrator wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I think Bear Grylls would have done a little more justice, but
why? Because it was a black British guy.
Oh, I didn't know he was black. I didn't.
Oh, you could.
I'm not racist enough to look it up, Nick.
I didn't look it up. You could just tell by his voice.
It was an excellent series, man.
He had an awesome voice.
Very okay.
He did.
Yeah, he was a great narrator. That's not what stuck out to me about the entire thing, but
sorry that you're racist.
I popped it in the chat, but for those people who didn't know what 50C was, it's 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, thank you, sir.
He's been figuring this out. He's been doing long division this whole story.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, you guys are just going. You're going back and forth. I just better do the math.
Todd's like, I am a college graduate. I don't have to look this up on Google.
All right, I'm gonna jump in here next with another assignment that I had that had considerably less nuts on shoulders, but this was the movie Race, assigned to me by Todd, right?
Indeed.
Okay, so this is a 2016 movie that I think it was on HBO Max. It's a story of Jesse Owens and his his was it Ohio State that he entered the track team, and his rise to sort of legendary status and inclusion on the Olympic team at the 1930. Was it the 1936 Olympics?
Yep.
In Germany, in Nazi Germany at the time. So I loved it. I thought it was great. I especially liked the way that they showed the Big Ten track meet in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
The greatest 45 minutes in sport, Bob.
That is what has been called. He set 3 world records and he tied a 4th record in less than an hour. Yeah, and it is known as the greatest 45 minutes ever in sports. Ooh. So that was pretty cool to see.
And I only get 90 seconds on this show. That's bullshit.
I know.
Seriously, I'm itching right now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to give any spoilers on it, but and really the spoilers would be the little details behind the story that everybody knows. I will say that Jason Sudeikis did a pretty good job as his coach. And there was Jeremy Irons played a guy who was really kind of playing both sides. But I think that the real story about that guy was that he was much more pro-Nazi than the movie led you to believe.
Yep.
But I don't think
which makes it all the more amazing.
And I don't think he ever got in any trouble for that.
Right.
Like he didn't suffer any personal tragedy.
Correct.
Or mudslinging over his name for his work there. So I thought it was really good. I would probably never have noticed that this was even there on HBO if I hadn't seen it. I did not recognize the guy who played Jesse Owens, but I thought he did a great job. So
yeah.
A-, sir.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Bob. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought you would. I thought it's just a good movie. I thought, and actually the only sad bit is it cuts off kind of at a low point. But if you actually look at what happened really after that point, it's even worse.
Yeah, but if they're gonna make a movie, it's so hard to make a movie about somebody that famous, and they have to pick like one slice of his life, right? And
sure.
And then bring him in at a certain point and go, okay, after this, and they're gonna have a bunch of text up on the screen that shows what happened, but which is actually very cool. They showed some pictures of the real Jesse Owens and his wife, who figured prominently in the movie. So I thought it was really
cool. The German athlete who partnered with him at the launch.
Yeah, that was probably the coolest part. Yeah, I won't say anything more about that because you really should give it a watch. But I thought that was one of the coolest parts, and I did not know that. So before we move over to Todd, we got a shot sitting here.
All right.
So if you're new to the show, please at this point in the show, we'd like to give ourselves a little congratulatory.
Right at this point, no other point.
Right at this point.
So please join us, pour yourself a shot, and join us here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Just remember, boys, we got 2 shows tonight.
Yep. All right. So real quick, Todd, I've been waiting for this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had from Cory, Iceberg Slim, Portrait of a Pimp.
Yes, I did.
Give us the
details. The deets, the 30-second breakdown. It is the story of how Iceberg Slim, better known as Bob. Geez, now I forgot his last name.
Rankin.
Bob.
Thank you very much.
Not Robert.
I can't remember. I can't remember his real last name. But anyway, how he became the most legendary pimp of all time. But really, that's not really the story. I mean, ultimately, he is famous for being the world's most amazing pimp, but truly his gift was writing and being a storyteller and an activist for good things. And even though I think he recognized what he had done and actually was able to articulate his life in such a way that it connected with many, many, many people. It's he's one of the best-selling authors of all time. Amazing documentary. I gave it a solid B+. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone.
Robert,
Bob Beck?
Yeah.
Was it Beck? Yeah, that's what it was. Bob Beck.
Okay.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers away. I mean, ultimately, you're gonna think you're gonna hear a lot about pimping and what and actually, there's a great explanation as to why. Sorry, Nick.
No.
There's a great explanation as to why, but again, I think that what this documentary showcases is what his true gift is truly a gift to humanity. So,
Corey,
I'll stop at that.
Can we full screen Todd again?
Yeah. Natalie says hello.
Hey,
Natalie.
we full screen Todd again?
Natalie.
All right. Yeah, Todd, I just want to point out here. So I notice quite the menagerie of toys over your right shoulder.
Yes, sir.
And then I notice one small white toy to the left of your shoulder by the window.
I have segregation in my.
Are you
in my
segregating your toys?
Yep.
I got to keep
Specifically on
Jeff
camera?
Gordon away. I got to keep NASCAR drivers away from a black superhero.
For people that don't know,
Yeah.
Bob Bob is kind of like a crow.
This is like a 25-year tradition.
Bob is kind of like a crow where he learns very, very quickly, and he'll get little baubles and you know how they pick up beer caps and little pieces of trash, and they bring it.
Where are you going with this?
They bring it to like their owners, just like a cat brings like a dead mouse or something like that. Bob, his version is he buys little black figurines for Todd and ships.
Hold on. Don't say little black figurines. They are.
I'm sorry. Are they full size
action figures?
Are they human size?
Action figures.
Action figures of
color.
black superheroes of color.
Yeah.
From the Marvel and the Star Wars and other series.
Todd, the most open-minded person that I know, specifically gets black action figures, so that's something that they have together. I don't know the whole ins and outs
That's
of it.
more of a one-sided thing, but I'm not sure we have it together. I don't get white superhero figures in the mail, but
He does not. He's not. So actually, I'm in front of the camera right now. I'm actually holding up the one that started it. So Bob and I also saw many of the first runs of Star Wars movies together, and that's kind of where this began. So for those who don't know, especially young folks out there, this is Lando Calrissian, and this is the one that started it all. Bob bought it for me. I took it out of the box. And it's been in every office that I've ever been in my entire working life.
Well,
and people are like, "Why do you have that?" I'm like, "It's a long, crazy story."
Yeah, we were having a conversation about like where are the heroes of color, and I'm like, "There's plenty of them." And he's like, "I don't know about that." So I gave him a Lando, and ever since then, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is going to Todd." I don't let him know. It just shows up.
So you're rubbing his nose in it.
It shows up at his compound. Buried in the snow, right by the gate that you can't let the postman in the gate because the dogs and the chickens would tear him to pieces. So they might drive over with their Bentley, but it's gonna make it in the house at some point and ends up on the shelf there over Todd's right shoulder.
So Todd, let me ask you this: did this ever start when Bob was a subordinate?
I've always been a subordinate to Todd.
No,
I think maybe once we were peers.
No, I was going to say it actually started when we were peers. This is like this is like year 2000.
But I didn't let Todd's promotion stand in the way of sending him another black action figure.
Todd has this
dude, and every time it makes my day. Like when I open it up and I don't know that something's going on, like it shows up, it is like Christmas in whenever it arrives. So I do, and I keep everything now though. Because I know the value of $1, I don't unpack them and put stick tack through them like I did for Orlando.
Yeah. But I mean, right. Okay. First and foremost, let's call it what it is. Let's call it these are black action figures.
Sure,
I got you.
That's fine.
All right.
In the parlance of our times.
So, was any
action figures of color?
Yeah, sure.
Was any sort of promotion hinging on the precipice of these action figures?
No, in fact, I might have screwed myself by sending one or two of them. Yeah, I did it at great personal risk, but it was for my friend, and because I thought it was hilarious.
Dude, I will find the entire cast of Jingle Jangle in action figure form, and I will send it to your house.
If you can find,
and I'll put them up.
Dude,
why do you think I tortured Cory for Stanley?
I was gonna say, I was actually just gonna ask Todd. you'll put up jingle jingle, but I don't see Stanley back there, so that says a lot.
Whoa. That isn't. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Right here, baby. Stanley's right here. He's under Mace Windu. He is in a position of.
Oh yeah, I can. All right, I see him now. I see him now.
Now,
Absolutely.
I would absolutely recommend to anyone who's watching or listening, if you have a friend or a family member with whom you are really close, you think the world of them.
Send them black figures.
You know them. No. You know them very well. Send them a gift for no reason.
Corey, okay, hold on.
And establish a tradition that you just continue to do over and over and over again in the course of years. And it is a great way to connect at a different kind of a level because, as Todd said, like it's like every time I send him, I never tell him it's coming. It's always out of the blue. I don't tell him what it is.
This sounds
it just shows up.
Todd,
You
Bob,
make me feel like a heel of a friend now, Bob, because I don't send Bob shit.
You demonstrate friendship in different ways. Me, I need to send you. I need to spend money on a gift and send it.
Todd, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. I know we talked about this one time, and you told me not to say anything, but I feel like this is full transparency. We were having a conversation one time, and he told me that any time he feels that he uses his white privilege card, he sends you an action figure. He said it's healing. He said it's healing for him.
I feel like
he feels guilty.
It squares things with the world just a little bit.
The yin and yang all come together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. And all was right with the world. If everyone would
do that, the world would be a better place.
He said he got stopped at Target one time, and once he turned around, they said, "Sir, I'm so sorry. Continue on your way out of the store." And he said, "Action figure time."
If anything, Todd has more white privilege than Bob does. That's for damn sure.
Yep. Every time I cut off a person of color in the line, and I push their cart out of the way so I can cut in front, I immediately first I check out, of course, and then I get in my car and I click, lock the doors, and then I go, better get on Amazon and buy another Waste Windu action figure.
What I was actually hoping for was saying that you did all that,
yeah,
and then as you were leaving the cash register, you're like, oh damn it, I just did that. I got to go back in the store and find a black action figure.
Back in that store? No, absolutely not. I go right to my car.
Of color, Corey.
Oh, that's right. Yes, action figure of color. That's right. Sorry.
He told me one time he was at Marshall Fields.
Never been in Marshall Fields in my life.
It was Macy's to
Is
you,
that
but it
next
was
to Gimbals.
Marshall Fields at the
Was it
time.
next to Gimbals?
And he said that the gentleman behind him just happened to be a man of color, and he had used his card, and they didn't ask Bob for ID, but the guy behind him didn't have his ID, and they gave him all this hard time. So he said, "You know what? Black Star Wars figure. This is going to have to go to Todd right now." And that's what he initially. This is what started.
That happens to me all the time.
That's what you
I
do.
need to see your driver's license.
That's just what
Is
you
this
do.
your current address? Do you have a piece of mail with you, sir?
Yeah.
Do you have your birth certificate on you?
Exactly.
Are you familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? All right, let's do new assignments so we can move on here.
Oh, hang on real quick before we do
sorry.
that. We got people coming in the room.
Cow,
Like
love is
yeah.
on.
Yeah,
The king is
worries.
on.
yeah, we had Steve Leverin. Todd, who's Steve?
King.
The king.
And Gina says hello.
Gina.
And
Hold up.
Steve wanted to know who the hot chick behind Todd was. Todd, didn't you say that's your brother-in-law?
Well, okay, hold on. Corey says, "Who's the hot chick behind Todd?" Bob looks directly at me. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you went
exactly.
Like this,
Not sure I
look at
did.
me.
When Todd was
my
full
bearded
screen,
bitch.
Mary came up behind him and was trying to say
Mary.
hello.
Oh, okay.
There's a delay on the video, and I just saw you do it.
All right. Sorry, man.
Todd, brother, I know we look alike, man.
I know.
Clearly.
So where are we going with this, Corey?
Oh, I was just saying hello to everyone that's come in and
Okay.
commented.
Have we? Yeah, I don't want to leave anybody out. Have we said hello to everyone?
I believe so.
Okay.
The Make of a Good podcast is always saying hello to everyone. That walks in the room.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well.
Oh.
Steve says, I guess
Nice to
Robert
see
Leslie is there, but the king is present.
King, thank you for joining, my friend. All right, so let's so we're gonna do new assignments. I got Todd. Todd's got Corey. Corey got me. Okay.
All right.
I have
All right.
Corey.
All right, Todd. I gave
Yes, sir.
at some point in the past, I assigned you Luther to watch. Did you
Yep.
ever watch?
Yep.
I know you watched maybe a couple episodes. Did you continue with that or no?
Yep. I didn't, but not because I don't like it. There's too much content.
Too much.
But yes.
Okay. Okay. As a chef, have you seen Roadrunner, a film about Anthony Bourdain?
I have not.
That's what you got.
Okay.
As a chef, as a man who likes to cook, I think it's going to be something that's right up your alley.
Perfect. You know,
All
I
right.
like that. Like I said, there's too much content.
No, I get you.
I love it.
All right.
right.
What do you got? What do you got for you got Cory?
I have Cory.
Yeah.
This is going to be a stretch because I just saw it last night, but I binge watched the whole freaking thing because it's so good. Have you seen You Should Leave Now?
Yes.
Oh, I think you should leave.
The Jim Robinson.
Yes.
I think you
Jim
should
Robinson?
leave.
It's
Hold on. You've got the guy's name wrong.
I think
and the
it's
name
Jim
of the show wrong.
Robinson.
it's I think you should leave.
You know, that's it. You've seen it, Cory?
Yes,
Tim
it's
Robinson,
fucking
the
hilarious.
American Horror Picture Show? Or
No.
what the fuck's that called?
That's
Rocky?
Tim.
Robbins.
Jim Robinson.
No.
Oh, this is going to kill Bob. No!
Yep, it's gonna bother me.
Use your brain.
It's your fault.
Use your movie brain.
My movie brain.
Yeah, you have a movie brain.
Isn't it?
Rocky Horror.
Anyway,
Picture
I guess
Show.
it doesn't matter
Tim Curry.
because he's seen it.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
So close.
All right. Sorry,
So
we're
you've
going
seen
somewhere
it,
then.
You've seen it, Cory?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see what's the name of the Koresh documentary? hang on.
Everything on Waco? I've seen
Okay.
every last thing ever on Waco, Todd. Sorry, buddy. David Koresh?
All right, Cory, do you
Okay.
want to give me my side?
Okay,
or
well then
give
actually
Todd?
then I'll take the easy. I got
Okay.
the easy way out then.
All right.
Cory, have you seen Race?
No, I haven't.
Oh, the story
There you
about
go.
Jesse Owens.
Perfect. Exactly.
double
Ooh, that's
aside.
a great movie.
All
it
right,
is.
Race it is.
There you go.
All right, Cory, what do you got for me?
You have the world's greatest beer run.
Beer run.
The world's greatest beer run.
All right.
And might I just point out that when I did,
Sorry, the greatest beer run ever. Sorry.
when I
Hold
did,
on. The world's greatest beer run ever.
No,
or
just the greatest beer run ever.
Okay.
might I point out that when I did assign Cory over text, Human Playground, that he reluctantly said he hadn't seen it.
What do you mean reluctant?
But by the title, I
goes,
wasn't too sure.
No, I haven't. I'm like, okay. And he liked it. What do you know?
Dude, just like I said, going off the name of it, that's how you know I'd never seen it. Because I
Yeah,
was like,
and you guys talked about it for like 15 minutes, so you would think that would have made you happy.
He said
But
something.
you're like, nope, I got to twist the knife a little bit more since we're already
he
almost
said-
done with this.
He said
gentleman's cooking
something
segment.
that made it very clear that he was upset that he
Oh,
hadn't
boy.
seen it.
All right,
I missed that part. Never mind.
all right. Let's move on here. Those are the dulcet tones of one Todd Vincent Osborne Dillon.
What is that? The guitar?
We need to get that. We need to up. That's a sitar. We need to update
Yeah,
that.
I knew it was a.
Why do we
Guitar is this.
Why do we need to update that? Have we received
Well,
complaints?
It's a little bit dusty now, isn't it?
Is it?
Gentleman's agreement is the gold standard.
Yeah,
And
we
the-
could.
and my other
Hold
stuff
on. You were just making fun of Gentleman's Agreement last week, telling Nick that he made it with somebody from Fiverr. And now you're saying it's the gold standard?
But just
that's
think of
making fun of Nick,
But think-
not the quality of the content.
Okay.
just think we could take that same sitar track and yell in the background Nick's name, and it would be brand fucking new.
That's what we'll do then.
Or you could try to rap with no notice whatsoever.
Exactly. Yeah, that went well. That went well.
Nick's.
I got a beef.
All their intro songs sound the same. It's kind of weird.
Exactly.
The remixes are very similar.
Yeah. Todd, did you see the headliner video that I put up on Instagram for this week?
No, I don't pay attention
For us?
to your Instagram account.
All right, it's pretty good.
To our Instagram.
Anyway, Nick, go ahead.
Oh, geez, thanks. All right, so for this installment of Nick's existential question, we're going to move over to a futuristic question. If you could foresee a single day of your future in its entirety, what would you assume happens on this day? And what would be the date, roughly, that you would select?
Any day?
Yeah, any day. Like, it could be, like, let's say Cory was not married yet, and he would say, oh, I'm foreseeing my wedding day, and this is the way it's going to go down. This is what I see. It could be when your kids, the first time your kids have a child.
And you're asking us to give you the date that we think it's going to happen.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to, like, it's not like the death clock. We don't have to predict when it's going to happen, but more so of what is the date.
Why would you call it the death clock?
Because there's something called the death clock.
No, I know, but I'm not sure why
It was very popular in the early 2000s.
Make a reference to that in this question.
Because it's a specific, it's like you put in all your information, it breaks down and tells you the day you're going to die,
Right,
supposedly.
Well, now I got to go with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
So
I have a
that doesn't
clarifying
make any
question.
sense. Yeah, what's up?
So it has to be the day that I'm going to die?
Oh, my God. You know, my mom actually told me, she's like, the first time I watched the show was last week. She's like,
who's that motherfucker that keeps asking for clarifying
she's
questions?
like, I was so angry because no one was answering your question correctly.
Right? That's what I said.
She's like, and then
For
Bob,
like 20 straight
she's
minutes.
like, and then your friend Bob was like, no one is even answering what he asked. And she's like, I was like, exactly. She's like, and then I realized how stupid all of this was. She goes, and it didn't keep my interest, and I had to turn it off.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's
I
not
asked-
wrong.
I asked
That's a
the
glowing
question.
review.
I'm
She's
like,
The question
not wrong.
wasn't clear then.
listen here, Mom, with those honeyed words from
And
the
if we could
hospital bed.
If we could just take this minute with that great lead in to really appeal to our listeners and our viewers to subscribe to us on YouTube Music and try to get us to 1,000 followers.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all we need.
That's all
These
we're looking
fuckers
for.
can afford my salary.
This is
That's
a
right.
woman that was bedbound for 10 days in a hospital, could not move, and found the podcast annoying and had to turn it
could
off.
not move. Decided that it wasn't worth her time to watch us, despite the fact that she had nothing else to do.
Probably couldn't
I have a
reach the
clarifying
remote for the
question
TV.
about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, would it be fair to assume, though, that you asked the question incorrectly if no one answered it properly? I mean, ultimately, it seems like you didn't either stop when you should have or clarified when you should have, because
some of these,
everybody got it wrong. It feels like
not-
the question giver is at fault for this. And did your mom then beat you for being a disappointment?
No, she was in the hospital for 10
Wasn't
days.
expecting that.
She
Yeah,
was,
that took a dark turn at the
she
end
was-
there.
she was in the hospital for 10 days and had a lot of fluid buildup in her legs, so she was not getting up to beat anyone. But
But if she could have,
yeah, she probably would
would
have.
have gotten.
Sock full of nickels. But no, a lot of these I'm reading, so there's no other way to read something.
That is true, and I think I said as much. Like, I know you didn't write this question,
Yeah.
but it just seems like the question itself is poorly worded.
Mm-hmm.
Not poorly spoken, poorly written by the author,
Mm-hmm.
whose name we shall not reveal.
Yeah. So anyhow,
I just want to know, did your mom like my answer? Because it seems like I nailed it, even if I got it wrong.
yes, she specifically said, I didn't even hear
Despite
anything.
the intense pain,
I
I,
didn't even
really
hear-
enjoyed Todd's answer.
I didn't even hear anything those whiteys were saying, but that one friend in Seattle hit the nail on the head.
Yep,
Thank you.
yep. He was speaking my language.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
You realize you furthered this problem.
Oh, did I?
Oh, big time.
How did I do that?
First of all, I don't know. There was already two pieces to it. Because was there, Bob, when you brought it in?
No.
Yeah.
That was mashed in between the cap and the thing.
That's so
so
doesn't-
if
all that
anything, you
matters is
got
getting
more
the
room.
top. All that matters is getting the top off of that thing.
Apparently, I made it worse.
Well,
Whatever Cory has to tell us.
well, no, that looks exactly as bad as it did before.
Yeah, it was on an angle.
Yeah, that's
When
the
he
whole
handed it to
point,
me,
right?
yeah.
Oh, it was like this when he handed it to
Yeah,
you? Oh, I
yeah.
thought,
Hold on. Did you think that there was no top in there, and that's what Nick did?
no,
He thought it was on there perfectly straight, and I
thought it was
put
on
it
there
on an angle.
straight.
No,
Yeah,
no. He put it in crooked.
Griffin
Somehow, 11-year-old
He heated-
twisted it to the point where it's locked.
No,
in there.
he heated up with a torch, and then he put it inside there,
Yeah, that's what happened.
and it fused the plastic to the
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, dude,
So-
this isn't coming. This isn't coming out.
No, of course not. That's why I brought it here. I'm like, podcast, three
Mail it
dudes
to
in
me.
a house.
To me, it sounds.
We're going to be trying to get that top off that Yeti for the next 45 minutes.
since plastic is
Put it in the
pliable.
freezer.
The top
Thanks,
part
Todd.
has plastic threading on it.
Yeah.
I feel like that maybe like some sort of trauma forced one of the threads into the wrong spot. And so it doesn't matter how hard you turn it because the threads are off. So you're going to have to rip the threading away from the plastic. So I think that's why it's so difficult. I don't think
if we can do it without destroying the Yeti, because you can always buy another top.
So I feel like we were
that's okay.
I feel like we were here where the thread's supposed to turn, and I think he might have dropped it and it popped the threading down here, which is why it's on an angle. And so now it doesn't matter if you turn it because in each direction it's further locking it into place. If that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. So anyhow, so your predict a day in the future where you anticipate something happen. What is it that's happening? That's the question in a nutshell.
Todd, you got anything? You nailed the question the last episode. So,
there you go.
What'd you do?
Hit it on the floor really hard.
Got the lid off.
He also hit it on the floor.
Question.
I didn't want to be loud.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Predict a day in the future where you anticipate something happening. And what is that day necessarily, like if it's something important, and what happens?
A day in the future, I anticipate something happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you could predict a day, like let's say you're like, oh, I have my first grandkid.
Don't even try to put it back on there again.
I have my first child. I have whatever. Something that you're predicting is going to happen.
Okay. I'll let her know if she's not watching.
I don't want to go first. I got to think about this some more.
That it was Cory who got it who got it fixed.
It's on record.
Yeah, of course. I guess I can go first.
Did it seem like the thread was off?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
will you explain to her that Nick first explained to Cory what was the problem?
Get the fuck out of here.
Are we
trying to answer your goddamn questions so don't bore your mom.
Exactly. We're
Jesus
answering the
Christ.
question, or are we
She's
talking
not in the
about
hospital
Yetis?
anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's talk more about workouts.
We can do that too.
Yeah, question.
I'm thinking about going back and hitting another bucket of balls tomorrow, Cory.
Have fun.
You want to join me? You want to go?
We'll talk about it.
All right. So the date, gentlemen.
Feels like this question fizzled out.
Do you want another question? Is this too difficult for you guys? We can switch
September
it up.
26th.
No, we don't need the date.
2046.
All right, here. Much easier.
What do you anticipate happening on that day, Bob?
Well, you're never going to hear it because apparently I'm being silenced.
No, much easier. This is much easier.
Okay.
It's clearly I'm seeing all the looks of perplexion on
I was
everyone's
just
face.
trying to answer your question.
You're the only one.
And I didn't even get one.
If you could have any music group alive today play at your birthday party, your next birthday, who would it be?
Oh, that's easy.
See, there you go.
Prince.
Alive today.
Jesus, mother.
Oh, it has to be somebody alive?
This is why you have to ask clarifying questions.
Damn it! Never mind, I want to go last again.
All right, I'll start it out. Bare Naked Ladies. Bare Naked Ladies.
I want to go last again.
If I had $1 million, and Bob and I would be arm in arm singing with him.
Mary and I are going to see him in June.
Prince?
Son of a bitch.
No, Bare Naked Ladies.
Prince is dead. You can't go see him in June. Not sure if you know that.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, the Bare Naked Ladies. Okay.
Yeah, for the second time.
All right.
He's gonna play Raspberry Beret at his fucking gravestone.
I would go with Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam can play my birthday.
Oh, you're gonna allow that?
Yeah, they're allowed to play my birthday. I mean, if they ask nicely, I'll say yes.
All right.
Listen, guys, you got a quick 10-minute set.
Yeah.
Hurry up, get up there.
Yep.
I feel like-
only the hits.
I feel like Cory would have.
I have a clarifying question.
Yeah.
So now that I know they have to be alive, do they have to be still a band? Like, what if they're feuding? Like, can I assume that for my next birthday that they would actually come back together?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you talking about Hall and Oates or who is?
It's a momentous moment.
I'm ready then.
Go ahead.
Jurassic 5.
Who? I think you're thinking of Jackson 5.
Jurassic Park?
I am not.
Ah.
Jurassic 5.
Do do
You're
do
thinking of the
do
Thompson
do
twins.
do do.
Who's Jurassic
ABC.
5?
Todd, who's Jurassic 5 for those who aren't familiar?
Are they
It
from the
is an
Cretaceous
amazing-
period?
No, it's an amazing modern rap group that has great music, great creativity, and unfortunately, they are also feuding, so they're not together. But they could that would absolutely be a great next birthday.
So they haven't broken
top
up.
shelf.
They haven't broken up. They've just decided that they don't like each other enough and to be recording music currently. Is that right?
Correct.
Did they stop recording music together because they realized no one knows who they are?
Now hold on.
I think they stopped recording music because according to all their pictures here, their clothes are stuck in the 90s.
Well, so it's been a long running feud, is what you're saying.
I guess so.
It's not from the so.
Todd,
I'm happy. Anybody? Again, what? I didn't realize this was a segment about criticizing people's musical tastes. Okay, actually, I'll take that back then. I'll take, now that I think about it, I'm going to retract it, even though I love Jurassic 5, a group that is together. I'll take Bones UK.
Is
Bones
Jurassic,
UK can play my next birthday
Who is
party.
that?
is Jurassic 5
I don't know who that is.
is Jurassic 5 the group that sang the In Living Color theme song?
They were the dancers on In Living Color.
No, that was Paula Abdul.
With
Jennifer
with
Lopez.
Jurassic
Gomer's,
5.
Hey, Gomer.
Scott Moore.
Scotty Moore's in the room. He finally made a fucking comment.
Nice.
So the first time he ever laughed out loud during the entire episode was when Todd said something about Prince, and he didn't understand the question.
Scotty, we're still trying to get through the last of your Yinglings, so thank you for that.
He's screaming in the background, Prince is dead, with 4 exclamation points.
Fuck
Said
you,
he's been-
Scotty.
He's been lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
Big lurker, that Scotty Moore.
Yeah. All right. So, Cory.
Oh man, I was kind of tossing up between two
Jurassic
different bands.
5 or Bones UK.
Yeah.
Which
Bones
one
UK.
do I pick?
It's a
Bones
hard
UK.
choice. I think I'm going to have to go with the Dan Band.
Over the Nuge?
Oh yeah, at my birthday party,
Yeah,
that'd be a hell of a time.
I can see it.
Cory, you're not going to be bouncing around in big, clear, lucite balls over a fucking crowd.
No, that's the Flaming Lips.
damn it.
I'm mad. I
Nice.
should have picked the Flaming Lips.
Nice try, buddy.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You went and saw the Dan Band with us.
No, I didn't.
He went to the one. You went to one of the Dan Band shows.
Never. Not
I
one
don't
time.
think he did.
Never.
I could have sworn you did.
If only he was here to answer for himself.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I'm like, no, I haven't. He's
Yeah,
like,
I don't
hasn't
think
he? Hasn't he been there
I
with
don't
us?
think he has.
No, he hasn't.
I could have sworn you went to the one.
No.
But yeah,
No.
the Dan Band would be my pick.
I like that. That shows.
I've
the
never heard of
creativity.
them. They must suck ass.
They do. They're terrible.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point. But
There you
go. You've seen The Hangover, Todd?
I've seen The Hangover.
So the band at the end of The Hangover, when they finally make it back to the wedding, the band that is playing the wedding, and
I was in the bathroom for that part.
All right. So
They're also in Old School too.
were you in the bathroom for all of Old School?
Was it the end of it? Were they in at the end?
Do you have a habit of going to the bathroom right at the movie's end, like the climax of the movie?
His old man bladder can't hold it anymore.
Dude, as soon as the climax is over, then that's all the leftovers. And I head to the bathroom to meet
Mary-
everybody at the theater.
That's what Mary says.
Oh, boy.
I really hope Mary's watching tonight.
I do too.
Yeah.
It feels like she is, because when she interrupted, she was actually playing it. It was echoing back in my ears. So I think she is listening.
What do you mean I only sit on
Exactly.
top?
No,
Well,
that
she's
was
telling another
before we
story about our
started.
neighbors.
That was pre-show banter. Is all that was, Mary.
Dave Matthews Band.
Don't
Get on
get
the
it
porch,
twisted.
Gomer.
We often, bust each other's balls.
Oh, man,
and the
DMB would
pre-show
be-
banter.
DMB would be epic.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about DMB. I just cannot get.
You're not.
First of all,
It's okay.
let's stop
It's
with
okay.
the DMB, please.
Okay, sorry.
That's
The David Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band is fine.
Well,
It's okay.
we're not that friendly. me and Dave. So he's David to me.
Exactly. You hear 3 songs at your birthday. If you're a 3-song birthday guy, great.
Yeah, I never. So how many songs do they play at my birthday? Is it 3? Three's not quite enough.
According to Todd, if you're only a 3-song birthday kind of guy, then that's what you get.
Exactly.
I'm interested in the question, though.
Apparently, it depends on you. What kind of song?
Bones UK is going to play for like 2 hours straight, baby.
I'm a 10 or 11 song birthday guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's going to be a long, probably a half of a set.
10 or 11? That's more than half a set.
No.
I thought for sure you were going to say Ice Cube, Bob.
No, Pearl Jam plays like 30 songs in the concert.
30 songs?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll do like 2 or 3 encores. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm only asking for 10. I feel like Pearl Jam can pull that off. Look, Pearl Jam, I know you're listening. I'm only asking for 10 songs.
Yeah.
They could be
What are they leading
10
with,
songs
Bob?
you want. What's that?
What are they leading with? What are they leading? What are they going to open up with? How's your birthday going to start?
They're going to open up with Better Man, and then they're going to go into Daughter, and then they're going to throw a little. They're going to throw something from Yield in there.
They're going to be like, why is this
But at the end of the day,
65-year-old want us at his birthday party?
It doesn't matter what they play. I don't really give a shit. I just want at least 10 songs. I feel like I'm entitled.
That's not unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable. You play 30 at every
It's your
concert.
birthday.
And it's my birthday.
It's your hey shorty. It's your birthday.
Actually, I stand corrected. I do want 50 Cent.
You want 50 Cent?
I want him hanging.
I was going to say, is he
I want
hanging
his
upside down?
50
fat
Cent-
ass hanging from the rafters.
Does 50 Cent have 10 songs to play?
No, I want this. I want the one song. Just to
I know in
know
the club, and that's all I know.
With that big fucking gourd-sized
No,
head.
there's 10 of them you know about that you again maybe if you listen to again I'm not even putting him in the top tier of rappers, but he's got 10 hits easy.
All right.
Easy.
That's really good that you're not putting him in the top tier.
I am not.
He's been put in the top tier already, playing the Super Bowl.
Did you see how fat his head looked when he was hanging upside down?
Cameron had set
all that-
balance.
blood rushing down there or out there, up there, down there. I guess down there when you're hanging upside down.
He's probably like, this was a bad idea.
I've made a huge mistake.
I used to be able to do sit-ups like this, and now it's not happening.
You guys only saw the like 10 seconds that I was on camera, but I had to hang there for like 10 minutes.
But didn't 50 Cent get shot?
Yeah.
He's been shot 8 times. Yeah.
In the
8
cheek,
times?
In the cheek.
No, I mean,
yeah.
he's I
I feel like you could kind of do any. I've never been shot, but I feel like if you've been shot, you probably should be able to do pretty much anything.
I mean, dude, we've had walking.
multiple times. I mean, he's lucky to be alive. Again, I wouldn't consider him a top tier artist, but he's a great story from.
I didn't
from
mean to
nothing
imply that because he's been shot,
Mega
he should be
millionaire.
a top 5 rap star, as much as he should be able to, pull himself up from a upside down position at a Super Bowl.
At one
I was
point,
going to
he
say
was-
luxury softens you, Bob. I mean, ultimately, if you're going to the gym now to get in shape, you get $1 billion in your pocket, you might skip the gym a day or two.
I was gonna say when he was first getting very well known. Yeah, he was. I mean, in the best shape anyone could ever be.
Yeah.
And then seeing him at the Super Bowl, like Todd
What the
said,
fuck happened?
Apparently, money got the best of him, and it all went to his stomach.
He was in that prison shape.
Well, okay,
He was.
Oh, moving on.
Moving on.
Working out in the yard.
Have we all answered this question now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Should we bring this to a close then?
Bones UK.
With a big shout out to Bones UK, naturally.
Yes, please.
I still don't know who that is.
As we end every episode.
Shout out to Bones UK. All right. For everybody, anybody still in the room, thank you very much for joining us. Or just say the word, Cory, if everybody's left already.
I can't say it until people comment. I can't see.
All right. So we'll close it off.
See everyone.
See everybody next week. We'll see you next week.